Hi everyone, it's Danny from Orchid Nature. So many of you have asked me to do some updates on some orchids and carnivorous plants. So in this video I'll just show you a few of my orchids, what's been happening lately with them, how they look like, some good stuff, some bad stuff, and so on. Okay, so many of you have asked me about the cherry baby Oncidium from Malaysia. As you can see, it's growing slowly but surely. Now this pseudobulb has evolved in my care. It was a tiny little shoot and it evolved. I really like how fat it became, and also it's growing this new shoot right here, and I'm hoping it's gonna be bigger than this one. I'm not expecting blooms, it's a seedling, but yeah, I think it's doing quite alright. So this has been the update for the cherry baby from Malaysia, which has suffered quite a bit during transport, but it's picking up. Okay, you might remember this girl, which is a bit weird in the sense that the new pseudobulbs have grown tilted, but I guess that's a trait with brassias. This is one of my brassias that I didn't really enjoy because the flower spike was going away. Purchased it at a discount, I believe, from IKEA. I really don't remember last year, but this year it's putting out a huge flower spike with a lot of buds. So yeah, I am really looking forward to see the blooms. They're different from my other brassias in the sense that they don't smell like pepper. They smell sweet, which is nice. And also, this pseudobulb is making a new shoot as well, or rather flower spike, and I do have another brassia which smells like pepper, which is putting out some flower spikes as well. So brassias are doing okay for me, I've noticed. They really like my environment. And the care, so maybe I'll do a sort of a how to care for brassia orchids in the future when I'll have some pretty flowers to show you. This is my Phalaenopsis orchid, which had the massive bud blast last winter. It had 50 buds, I've counted them, and none of them survived because I had very low temperatures in my balcony. The winter was really harsh here as well, as you may know, and I think it's trying to recuperate or make up for that. It has produced 2 side spikes coming from secondary spikes actually, which have quite a few buds, as you can see, and it's doing just fine now because the temperatures are warmer. It's blooming. So yeah, it has a pretty funny shape if you look at it like this, but imagine if it had a normal flower spike with side shots. It would be really, really pretty. So right now I'm in the process of actually giving away some Phalaenopsis orchids to my loved ones, which is my friend, my brother, my dentist, so on, and my neighbor, and we'll see who wants some more orchids, because I do have too many of them, and I have a lot of purple Phalaenopsis, but I think I will keep this one because I really do like small flowered orchids for some reason. And yeah, except for vandas. And yeah, I'm gonna keep this one because if I treat it correctly next winter, maybe I'm gonna have like sort of a pretty tree. Yeah, excuse my nails, I'm trying out stuff. A pretty tree, a bonsai tree of flowers. It should look pretty. But if she goes fussy on me again this winter, yeah, she's gonna be donated. You know my pretty Miltoniopsis Herr Alexander. Well, I have to tell you that the smell of this orchid has taken over my house. It's just that strong. And these are only 2 flower spikes that have bloomed. There's another, oopsie, sorry, there's another one here and another one over there, which is developing. So I will have to put some flower spikes, some stakes to make some room for the new flower spikes. She's such a pretty girl, but also I have another one in bloom. I have one in bud there, but this one, which I've never seen before, is blooming now for me, and it didn't release any scent so far, so I'm not sure how it smells like, but it's pretty. It's a pink Miltoniopsis, which is super nice, but I have a funny feeling it's the same as this one here. I'm not sure. I really hope it's not, but who knows? Yeah, it's really, really pretty though. I cannot have enough of Miltoniopsis. I have quite a few white ones. 3 white ones that look very similar. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to optimize my space, but I don't find the strength to give any of them away. This is how much I love Miltoniopsis. Anyway, and in this corner, great news from my Psychopsis, which kind of stirs panic in the orchid lovers community. When you repot it, it's gonna go bad. Nonsense, nonsense. Okay, so you saw the flower, you know the flower. Right now I have some roots growing, which is a super good sign. This means it's establishing. I don't want to edit this video, so excuse my English mistakes. But here we go. The flower unfortunately fell after about 1 month. I'm not sure if this is normal, but take a look at this. There's another bud coming. So far I don't see any new shoots, but this orchid looks pretty good. And also this leaf has grown. Oopsie, pesky ambulance. Okay, so this leaf has grown, it has matured sort of, and it's creating a small little pseudobulb there. So yeah, he's doing fine. I'm proud of him. See? Don't be scared of Psychopsises. Repot them. They're good. Okay. So here we have the mounted orchids. They're doing fine. Well, this one, I don't know if you remember, at some point it got really shriveled leaves. I put some more moss. It's doing great, putting out a new leaf. Also, the flower spike is, I don't know, I hope it's gonna bloom. It lost bud here, but the other ones look okay so far, so hopefully I will have 1 or 2 flowers from this girl, but it's okay. Gosh, I forgot your name. She's doing fine. Growing the roots, but I do have a problem with this root. She doesn't want to stay on the mount. Yeah, she has a mind of her own. Putting out a new leaf right here. And the other oranges, putting out some new roots, which is nice. Hopefully we'll have a flower spike at some point from this girl as well. She's very tiny, but she's not a seedling actually. They're actually tiny plants, so they're cute. This is a little pot that I made together with my friend. I might start a second channel with some girly stuff. I'm thinking about it, because I have this idea for some do-yourself stuff, but I don't know. We shall see. This is just playing around. Okay, let's see some other orchids. Okay, let's go to some bad news. So this is a pretty Gongora orchid, and I was so looking forward for the buds, and as you can see, they've grown so much. But today, literally today, they changed color. So you know when an orchid will start to lose its buds, that the color starts to melt in with the surrounding color or something? Anyway, take a look at these buds. Do they look good to you? They don't look good to me. All the dots, the colored dots, seem to have leaked in the color around them, and I'm really not sure if this camera focuses. So here we go. Yep, doesn't look good to me, and I'm super pissed at it. Other than that, let's take her down. She's doing quite alright. She's growing 2 new shoots. She's looking lovely. She has new roots, but these buds are acting up. And I'm so disappointed. You have no idea. It looked fine yesterday. And I have no idea what she doesn't like. But I guess these buds will blast. The bulbophyllum is a good boy. As you can see, it's putting out a new shoot here with some lovely roots. I think I have to top it off with sphagnum moss because these roots grew in thin air, which is not okay. But anyway, yeah, he's looking good. I'm not sure if it's gonna bloom this year, but all in all, I really like how fast it's growing actually. This little shoot here, if you remember, about a month ago was just a little nubbin. And now it's really maturing, which is nice. The Vandas are doing okay, they're growing. But my oldest Vanda, the blue Vanda, which is such a big girl, she's putting out a flower spike, and I'm so happy about it. And I don't remember where I saw it, because I just watered them and I just saw it. There you go. I'm not sure if you can see that, but I do see a small little nubbin. So this Vanda will bloom pretty soon, and I just love it. She's massive, and she's growing just like a palm tree. Has this shape to it. So yeah, I really love her, but I'm looking forward for a bloom from this girl, because I never saw it in bloom, and it doesn't look like it had any flower spikes so far. So yeah, we'll see. But at least I know they're receiving what they need in regards to light. If she's blooming, the other ones should bloom as well, I think. These are my Orchids Carnivorous plants. I had an accident earlier this year, I managed to tip over the pot and everything fell. And I discovered the orchid, sorry, this plant didn't have any roots. And also it had quite a lot of babies, but no roots. So I decided to split it up into some sections. And unfortunately, I didn't have any good quality peat moss. So I potted it in sphagnum moss, which is tricky to maintain, I have to say. I do have a lot of ventilation, but all sorts of white things are starting to appear, and algae and stuff like that. They seem to like it though. They have quite a few roots right now. If I look under the leaves, they're doing well, they're growing fast, but it just doesn't look so pretty, does it? Anyway, they're looking quite alright, and see, last year I had a plant this size, and now I have a whole bunch of them. But it's okay. They're keeping my fungus gnat population in control, and also they're producing lovely flowers. Now these flowers will actually last you quite a long time, about 2 to 3 weeks or so. And let's see some other carnivorous plants. Here is the Drosera. I have to split it up at some point, but again, I don't have any peat moss, so I'm not sure what to do. But she's doing quite well, trying to bloom. She's putting out pink flowers that only last one day for some reason. So I'm not really thrilled about the flowers, but the actual plant looks really, really good. And next to it we have the Nepenthes. As you can see, it has put out a new shoot right here, which is growing super fast. It's almost the size of the mother plant, producing some pictures as well. And yeah, actually looking pretty nice. I have to feed this one. I haven't fed her since last year. But there are no flies at the moment because it's too cold. But once the flies start to come, I'll catch one and I'm gonna feed her. Okay, so this was my update. Sort of a balcony tour, but it's not. I do have to remake my balcony once again. As I told you, I'm trying to donate some of my orchids. I'm trying to treat some of my orchids, and I really don't have them in one place anymore. So it's kind of crazy at the moment, but yeah, when I get to make this balcony pretty again, I'll definitely do a balcony tour. So this was my update on some of the orchids. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see other videos from me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and leave me your suggestions and questions in a comment below, and I'll try to make a video. And if you want to get in touch with us in our community and share your orchid stories with us, visit orchidnature.com and we'll see you there. Okay, thank you for joining once again. I'll see you next time. Bye.